Jay. That's something so low to lie about, saying this man set his son up. Jay have a song that he said he called a boy from Bogalusa a rat, and a boy brother felt some type of way or whatever. That's how supposedly this happened. This is said that he said he called a boy from Bogalusa a rat, and a boy brother felt some type of way or whatever. That's how supposedly this happened. This
what
is
the hell? That's it? That was it? Oh my God.
Saying this man set his son up. Jay have a song that he said he called a boy from Bogalusa a rat, and a boy brother felt some type of way or whatever. That's how supposedly this happened. This was said in the FaceTime video of the boys that was in the car. Like, why did you get on here and lie and say that this man daddy set him up? Like, let's be for real. Before Jay was put into the ground, you started selling
JayDaYoungan's baby mama just responded to his mom saying his dad set him up.
Hey, sir, do me a favor, man.
JayDaYoungan's baby.
Actually, that don't sound real. They shot him like over 80 times, bro. Are you sure that's the story?
One of the dudes named in the indictment is Kelzon Clark, aka Boo, and JayDaYoungan allegedly shouted him out on the track Evil when he raps, "Who claim they gon' step for you? Heard these bitch ass niggas tripping. Shit, I know just what to do. Pull up with my cousin Boo. Might send shots hanging out the roof." It's not clear if the RICO indictment is gonna cover the shootings that went down after Jay was killed, but the cops have been investigating his homie since 2017, and obviously they think they have enough evidence to bring down the whole crew. The feds had already picked up JayDaYoungan one time before he died. Jay had been in the trenches for a long time. They allegedly started sliding on the ops less than an hour after JayDaYoungan died, and now the whole crew is facing a RICO case.
Damn.
JayDaYoungan's hometown of Bogalusa, Louisiana isn't in the news much. It's in the middle of nowhere and only has around 10,000 people that live there, but it has one of the highest crime rates in America. And for a few hours on July 27th, 2022, it turned into a war zone. Jay had been fighting some serious cases for a couple of years, but in July 2022, he was out celebrating his freedom. He had just pleaded guilty to a gun case in June and was let out on supervised release, and his fans were ready to start hearing some new music. But while he was sitting outside of a house in Bogalusa with his dad having some drinks, a truck pulled up and 3 shooters hopped out and started letting off shots. Jay's dad started busting back while Jay and him tried to get inside the house for cover. But that's when 2 more shooters came up from behind the house and started letting off shots too. By the time it was over, Jay had been hit at least 8 times and was tragically pronounced dead at the hospital. But the violence wasn't over yet. While the cops were at the hospital trying to figure the situation out, they got a report about another shooting less than an hour after Jay was killed. On the other side of the city, someone had started letting off shots in traffic and hit up someone's whip, but luckily nobody got hurt. The cops knew from the jump that it was probably related to Jay getting shot, but his homies were still allegedly sliding through Bogalusa looking for ops. That night, another shooting went down after someone pulled up to another house and started letting off shots. Everyone made it out of the situation alive and without getting hit, but it was clear that Jay's death was already having a massive impact on the town. Rap fans were shocked when the news broke about Jay's murder. He was on his way up in the industry and was racking up millions of streams every time he dropped. Jay was working with huge rappers like Lil Durk and Boosie Badass, and nobody expected him to get taken out like that. But that's only because the deadly street beef Jay was wrapped up in hadn't been all over the news, so fans had no idea what was really going on in JayDaYoungan's city. Bogalusa and all the towns around it are small, and most of the time when people hear about Louisiana, it's news coming out of Baton Rouge or New Orleans. So what most of Jay's fans didn't know is how active the streets of Bogalusa really are. So we're breaking down the crazy story that was going down behind the scenes. Jay and his homies repped a crew in Bogalusa called 23, but his death might have been because of another set they were cool with called La Familia, aka FG. La Familia is clicked up with 23 and another set called Hunger Gang. La Familia has affiliates all over the area around Bogalusa, and a few years ago, they started beefing with a set called Purple City Boys, aka PCB, from a town called Roseland. According to reports, La Familia and Purple City Boys didn't have any issues back in the day, but that all changed around 2019 and the situation turned deadly. A rapper from La Familia named 700 Jeezy started beefing with a dude from Purple City Boys named Ty Keith. Nobody outside of the situation knows what was really going down behind the scenes, but the cops say that Jeezy and Ty Keith started dissing each other, and in 2020, one of them ended up dead. On June 21st, 2020, a bunch of Purple City Boy affiliates were at a Father's Day celebration in St. Helena Parish. Everything was cool at first, but when Ty Keith was walking to his car, 700 Jeezy allegedly caught him lacking and left him dead on the scene. After Ty Keith was killed, his homie, Purple City Boy Buck, dropped a track called Regardless in honor of him. And just 2 weeks after 700 Jeezy allegedly killed Ty Keith, 700 Jeezy linked up with JayDaYoungan's for their own music video. Then 2 days after Jay and 700 Jeezy made the video, the beef between Purple City Boys and La Familia got an innocent woman killed. On August 8th, 2020, there was a birthday party going down in the woods around Roseland. Hundreds of people showed up and were having a good time, but then out of nowhere, shots started going off and everyone started running for their lives. According to the cops, Purple City Boys and La Familia ran into each other at the party and got into an argument. Then both sides upped their straps and started shooting. According to some reports, over 100 shots went off, but when it was all over, the only person who got killed was an innocent woman named Zion Hutcherson. Zion didn't have anything to do with the situation, but she got caught up in the crossfire and was tragically killed just a few feet away from her baby. 700 Jeezy allegedly let off some of the shots that killed Zion Hutcherson, and after it went down, he did the race and tried to escape from Texas. JayDaYoungan allegedly helped him hide out while he was on the run, but the cops caught up to 700 Jeezy in August 2020 and booked him on second-degree murder charges. Then in 2021, the news broke that JayDaYoungan was wrapped up in the case too. He was arrested for accessory to second-degree murder and obstruction of justice for helping 700 Jeezy escape after the shooting went down. But JayDaYoungan told the cops he didn't know anything about the situation. Nobody's been booked for JayDaYoungan's murder yet, but rumors say it was